Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. Today I have already started. I am working on the rear bumper. I actually got the valance painted and all good to go. However, I was getting ready to edit the video. I don't know what happened, but I lost that footage. But I put it in my other garage. So yeah, so I'll show you that once I dig it back out and everything. Yeah, this is where we're at. I got this all ripped apart here. So what I need to do is I need to start cleaning all the rust off of here. So I'm gonna be hitting this with the wire wheel to get these all cleaned up. And then I'm gonna be hitting it with some of that rust converter. Let me show you over here. There's the bumper. So it is coming along pretty good. So let me get these all cleaned up and ready to roll. And then I will be back. Alrighty, here we go. So I just put the a coat of that rust. It's a Rust-Oleum product. It's this rust. I forgot the name of it, but it's a rust inhibitor or rust reformer. Rust reformer is what it is on here. So that's what this is looking like. Unfortunately, it's super cold outside. I didn't pull the Camaro out of the garage. So I just covered it with these drop cloths just so I don't get overspray on it. I made that mistake when I was actually painting the valance. I got a little bit of overspray on the car. However, I was able to get it off right away using some paint gun cleaner, and that seemed to work really well. So, but anyway, this is where we're at. Now this has got to dry for about 24 hours before it says recoat. So I will be back in 24 hours. Alrighty, so these are finally all good to go. I got them all top coated with some top coat. I know that they don't look super pretty. I ground them down. However, most of the stuff is hidden, so I just mostly wanted to get it some rust protection so it didn't rust out. So what I used was that rust reformer, and then I just used some good old of this automotive enamel black glass spray paint. These Rust-Oleum products are actually really good with preventing rust, believe it or not. A couple trailers that I've done, they're still holding up after 4+ years of sitting actually outside and being used in this snow and in the elements and stuff. So I do know that Rust-Oleum, it is a good product. At least personally, I think so. I'm living in a state where we get a lot of snow and we get a lot of salt on the roads, and I'm using the trailers and stuff. I don't have any issues with it, and it seems really durable. So, but just this is where I'm at with this right here. So next thing that I'm gonna do, actually before I do anything else, while I was waiting for the paint and stuff to dry, I got my steering wheel installed. So this is what it looks like. It's a Grant wheel. It was expensive. I don't really like it, and I'm pretty upset. And I called the person who I got it from, or the company, and I was pretty disappointed and stuff. And I was gonna return it, and they said, you know what, just go ahead and keep it. And then, you know, they just gave me credit for a new one. So, but if you look at some of this stuff, it looks like crap. I mean, look at that. Like it's just kind of junk. And then like these right here, these bands, they're not very good. And then these things right here, they're not good either. I don't like them. But I do like the wheel, and I wish it were covered in leather. It's more of like a foam. But you know, they give me the money back, which is awesome. I got to keep the product, so I'll use it. But I'll probably, actually, I will be getting a different steering wheel. I did get the horn hooked up, so that's pretty sweet. It works. My old horn is stopped working, so I had to get a new one. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. It's getting there. So, but yeah, so now on to the next thing that I'm gonna be doing is I got this bumper here. I gotta strip it down. If it's anything like that last bumper, it's gonna be a nightmare. So I'm gonna see if I can take my my wheel here. This one, these carbide wheels, these stripping wheels. I'm gonna see if I can get this stripped down. I'll start with a little small spot that's kind of inconspicuous, probably on the other underside right here where you won't really be able to see, and see if that removes the paint. And if not, is what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wash it really good, scuff it up really good, and then I'll just throw some paint over it. Eventually I would like to get some chrome bumpers for it, but it's just right now it's just not in the budget. So my idea, my plan is I'm gonna go black with it. So is what I got is this, it's Restoration Shop. It's an acrylic urethane, and it's just a chassis black glass. So that's the color that I'm gonna do the bumpers on here. Not sure if I'm gonna like the black or not. However, the $30–$40 that I spent on the paint is a lot cheaper than the $300–$400 a new bumper is. And then both of them are painted. The other one is stripped down, but just it was such a pain that I don't even know if I really want to do that again or not. I guess I'll just have to see where I'm at when I start stripping it down here in a little bit. So that's what my plan is. And then also right here, these old bolts, I got them soaking. And I got the rust off of them. They were really rusty. So I watched another video from another channel. Give me a sec here. I had to look up the name, but Life by Cars, he was actually doing a dipping solution on his channel. So go check out his channel. He just did a bolt restoration video a few days ago, and he was showing how to restore these. So I'm probably going to do that process. It's oxidizing process. I don't know. I'm probably slaughtering what it is, but the process he did is pretty sweet, and it cleans these bolts up really good. Now, granted, he's got like a sandblaster. I got a sandblaster too. It's down buried under here, but it's not a case, so I can't really sandblast these. So I'll probably just hit them with the wire wheel really good, and then wipe them down, and then go ahead and get them dipped in that solution. So that's my plan. Yeah, and then also while we're at it, a shout out to Life by Cars. He's building, I believe, a 1980. Was it a Trans Am? Camaro? Oh man, I'm so bad. He's gonna correct me in the comments, hopefully, but he's building a car as well. But he's gonna be doing some super sweet stuff with it. So go check his channel out and you know, give him some love and stuff, because what he's gonna be doing is pretty sweet, some pretty custom stuff. And it looks like he's actually been in the auto body business before, so he's doing a lot better with the body work and stuff than I ever could. But anyway, yeah, go check him out, Life by Cars. Hopefully he could put his channel in the description as well. But yeah, let me get this cleared off. Let me get the car covered back up. I'm gonna go throw some plastic over it as well, because when I go to start grinding on that, I just don't want stuff all over the car again. Unfortunately, I'm just getting sick and tired of that. So give me a moment here and I'll be back. Alrighty, so I am back. And as you can see, I got this bumper all sanded down except for this strip here. I actually ran out of not flap discs, but these, I don't know what those are, these little composite discs here. These are all worn down. There's a black one. This one actually sucks. It didn't really do very well, but as you can see, it's actually looking stripped down. It's good. It was a huge mess, and it took probably a good hour and a half to get this done. So I got to go with another flap disc, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this all done. And then after that, I will wipe it down with some wax and grease remover, and then I will hit it with some self-etching primer and get it all ready for paint. So let me get to work, and I'll be back here in just a moment. Alrighty, so I got the self-etching primer on there. This is what she's looking like. She's actually looking really pretty good. I can't complain. Pretty smooth, pretty good to go. So, and then here's the back. There we go. It's kind of hard to see back there, but that's where it is at. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this dry for a couple hours, and then I'm gonna come back out into my garage here. I'm gonna crank my heat up to get this really nice and dry. Then I'm gonna come back out and spray on some of that acrylic enamel, and then this bumper should be good to go and done. Then I guess the next thing I got to do, which I don't think I'll be able to get to today, just because time permitting, I don't have a lot of time, and I might just work on it during the week, is the front bumper. All the brackets and everything, they're good to go. Everything's good on that except for the bumper itself. However, I do have to disassemble it so I can get the bumper up on these buckets like I have here and get it painted. So that's where I'm at. And then also the channel here, I ordered some of that trim for it. Not trim, but the rubber. Let me see if I can find it. I tossed it under here. But yeah, here we go. This bumper rubber deal. So I got a new one of these on the way. I'm hanging on to that one just in case. And then I'm unable to find, I gotta get these a little cleaned up more, but I'm unable to find these online. So maybe I'll just keep looking. So if anybody knows where I can get these at, let me know in the comments. That would be awesome. I've searched a couple sites like SS396, and then Rick's, and then Classic Industries. And I type in rear bumper, and then the only thing that comes up is that big long strip, and not those. The only reason I want to replace these though, is because this one looks like somebody got hungry and decided to take a little bite out of it. Not sure what that's from. I'd say that probably maybe somebody backed up into it and hit it into something and it ripped. But I don't like that. If I have to keep it like that, I will. But I would like to replace these if I could. They were actually pretty nasty and pretty ugly. Something that I have learned from working on boats, this might be a tip for somebody too, is if you're trying to get rubber and bring it back to a shine, just some good old WD-40 will do that too for you. And it doesn't stay permanent. You'll have to redo it every couple times, but what it does is it just the rubber soaks it in, and then you squirt it on, and then it gives it a little bit of life. I already squirted these down a little bit just to see what they would do, and they look a lot better than they did. So, but yeah, that's where we are at, and I will be back after this bad boy is painted, and I'll see you in a sec. Alrighty, so I got this all painted up. I think it actually looks really nice. Better than it did, that's for sure. There's a couple imperfections in the paint, and there was one, actually I guess, no, never mind. It just looked like there was an imperfection, but I guess it was just the way the light was reflecting on here. There's a little bit of a run right here, which is fine because that's where this bumper thing is gonna go. So that's going to cover up that. With this paint, the setup that I used was a 1.4 tip on my spray gun. Next time I do the front bumper, I'll probably switch to a 1.3 tip. And then, yeah, try not to go so heavy with it. Turn on the pressure a little bit. But other than that, it laid down really good. No drips that I can see or anything. So it's looking good. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's a bumper. What can I say? It looks way better than it did, and yeah, that's all I care about, is whether or not I'm happy with it and I like it. So, and I am. But yeah. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great New Year's. Yeah, stay safe out there, and we will all catch you next time on my next video. So hopefully the next one, I should be getting the bumper tore apart and painted. I'm not sure if I'm going to film that. I might. I honestly don't know. But we shall see. So anyway, I will catch y'all next time. Stay safe. Happy New Year's again. Peace.